Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in Horse Trailer Sales. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right off I-25, about 30 minutes north of Denver. It's a really nice blustery day here in Colorado, but we're going to take a really cool tour of one of our brand new trailers. So if you're looking for a new trailer, we are Cimarron and Logan dealers. So there's the new options that we have. But we also take in a large variety of used trailers and on trade. So if you're looking for something that has a little bit of wear and tear on it, but is still in really great condition, we have a lot of options available to you. All of our used trailers run through a really strict reconditioning program, so we have some of the best used trailers out there. But as far as new ones, this one's set up pretty cool. So let's go check it out. So what we've got here is a 2023 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. And the Northstar is the horse trailer model that Cimarron does. So there's a lot of customization that we do on these trailers before they even get to the lots here. So your Cimarron trailers are basically, as long as the engineers sign off on it, it's something that we can do on these trailers. So if you want to make bigger stall sizes, if you want to have extra height, extra width, those are all options. You know, we add broom closets, mangers, extra lights, lots and lots of things we can do on these trailers. When we order them from inventory, we try and keep them, a little bit reined in. We do some really nice little upgrades on them that I think are really beneficial to every customer that pulls in here. But if you want to go full out custom, these are really great base starting point that we can use to create the trailer of your dreams. So underneath here, we've got your spare tire. We've got a single leg jack, and this one's a crank, but if you wanted to, we can either have at the factory, if it hasn't been built yet, they can put an equalizer, electric over hydraulic jack on it, or if it's already here on our lot, we have a full service shop and they can handle that here. We put on a lot of electric over hydraulic jacks. One of the things we do from the factory is we move these spare tires up higher so that if you do want to go in and make an addition of an electric over hydraulic jack, you have the space and clearance. These used to be located a lot lower, and we found that we were moving the tire locations on a lot of our trailers to accommodate that. So if your trailer is 6'10" wide, like this one right here, then you're going to notice that this is going to be a lot higher up out of the way. These spare tires are just like every other tire running on the ground, so you're not putting on a subpar spare. Aluminum wheels are standard on every single Cimarron trailer. We did black spoke on this one, but you have different options you can select from. We'll do silver spoke as another standard option, but if you want like an upgraded wheel and tire, just check out what we've done on previous ones and we can always get that put on there. And this little green cap here signifies that it is nitrogen filled. So especially on days where it starts really cold and then it warms up quickly, or if you're starting cold and running on the highway, a lot of the things we worry about with tires is obviously blowouts. And by having nitrogen filled tires, you're less likely to have those huge fluctuations in PSI. So it's going to stay a lot more stable. You're not going to have to worry about a tire being overinflated as you roll down the road and having a potential blowout. If you need to, you can always throw just regular air in this if you've got a low tire. You're just not going to get those benefits of the nitrogen anymore. Each tire comes with its own warranty. So you actually have a 1-year no questions asked. So even if it's your fault and you damage a tire, you've got that 1-year protection on it, as well as 2-year roadside assistance and 5-year against any manufacturer defects. That is through Lion's Head warranty, and they're really great to work with. Cimarron uses them on all their trailers. So as we work our way around here, some of the specs on this trailer, I already told you guys this one's 6'10" wide, so that's their standard width. The other options you have are 7'6", 8 wide, or 8'4". And then as far as height, 7'1" is a standard Cimarron height, but then if it goes up in every 3-inch increments. So if you want 7'4", 7'7", 7'10", we've done 8'1" tall trailers before. Basically, you can work your way up in 3 inches. And then same for the floor length. If you want to add length to your trailer, every 3 inches you can add because of those extruded decks underneath. On all these trailers that we order for inventory, we do these huge 42-inch wide doors. with these swing out saddle racks. The doors, being a little bit extra large, are really nice if you've got this swung out here, because you still have plenty of room to walk by. So if you've got saddles here, that's one of the biggest complaints I hear from people about swing out saddle racks, is I have to swing them in and out on most trailers in order to get by. But by having this wider door, gives your saddles plenty of room to swing out. It also allows some room for you to get by. We do a 4-tier blanket bar on the door. It's on a gas shock, so it'll stay nice and tight against the door as you travel, but if you want, you can always swing it out when your blankets are on there. Makes them easier to put on. Brush box underneath, really easy to clean out. If you want, you can just hose it out. It's got holes in it for drainage. That becomes everybody's little junk drawer on their trailers. If you don't want a brush box, I know we've gone in and done quite a few tack door organizers as well, or I've even had people carpet these doors and do a row of bridle hooks. So lots and lots of options just on the door itself. We do a fold down step. Even though you're 6'10" wide, you have running board, you can see how much lower this fold down step is than this running board here. And it just makes it so much easier. It's a much wider place to put your foot on to get in and out of the trailer. And we really want it to be easy for you to operate this trailer. I think this has been one of the most well-received options on these Cimarron trailers, is these little fold-down steps on the gas shocks. So as we work our way in here, you'll notice some other things we've done on this one. We've done a partial boot box. It's 12 inches wide. And on some of our bigger short wall trailers, we'll run this boot box all the way over. This short wall on this one is 3 foot 8 inches, and you've got a 4 foot offset there. That leaves us plenty of room to do a nice big shelf, and then it's got a clothes rod right underneath. We've got plenty of bridle hooks on this trailer. We've got 2 sets of 6, upper and lower, and I've had people go in and they'll add additional bridle hooks on here, and then we have the ability to carpet behind as well. Anytime we have bridle hooks, you're always going to see carpeting behind on these Cimarrons. That's because your horses are right on the other side of the wall, and this white 050 aluminum scratches up pretty good if you've got bits that swing back and forth as you travel. This is going to protect the look of your trailer, but also keep it a lot quieter for those horses. On the floor here, on this particular unit, we have carpeting, and it's a marine grade carpet, so it's much easier to clean with just some soap and water. But if you don't want to deal with carpet, we've also ordered these with rubber mats, so that's always an option. You can even go in and add it afterwards if you need. Just a little bit of labor to cut those mats and tear this carpet out. We've got a nice corner water tank here on a stand. So these corner water tanks are just really nice to have on these trailers because they fit perfectly back in that corner. It's kind of unused space back there. So if we can give that space kind of a purpose, it's really, really great. And then if you go to a show or a trail ride and you don't have water, or you don't want to haul around a bunch of jugs, then this is a really great option. It holds 25 gallons, stays nice and out of the way, and you can bring your own water from home. Up high here, we have a couple more options. You've got the bracing in case you ever add an AC unit, as well as an OptiBrite light. So those OptiBrite lights are LED. They have really low power draw, and they put off a lot of light. So we've had people go in and add additional lights on custom built trailers. Really easy to access the lighting for these, or the wiring for the lights. So if you ever want to add more, that's always an option you can do. But honestly, these lights are so bright and they reflect off the white aluminum, you probably would be just happy with what we have in here. So as we work our way around here, you'll notice that in this particular trailer, we did 050 white aluminum sheets. That is what's standard. But if you pan over there, you will notice that we've got a whole selection of silver metallic, charcoal metallic. We had a black one over there recently. We've got different color options, and we try and kind of mix it up a little bit. So you'll see that the charcoal metallic has been a really popular color this year. We ordered quite a few of those, but It seems like a lot of people are really happy just pulling a plain white trailer behind them, so we always try and keep 1 or 2 of these in stock. We always switch up the rear windows, so we've got kind of 3 different options that we can do. We do either drop downs like these ones on the hip side, and these are great because if you're traveling down the road, you can drop these down and get an incredible amount of airflow on your trailer. You're never going to have to worry about your horses stepping off the trailer's hot. We also do big bus windows on the rears, so if you just don't want to pay for the extra money that it is for the drop downs, those big bus windows let plenty of air in. And then for some people that kind of like a little more simplified look, we'll do stock hip sides as well. So lots of different options just on your rear ventilation here. 16-inch awning light on each side of the trailer. That's going to be nice and bright, so if you're tied here at night, you're going to be able to make sure you're saddling up the right horse. They're also LED, so they're going to have that low power draw, which is really nice. And then the running gear on this trailer, this trailer is running on 2 6,000-pound rubber torsion axles. So you've got plenty of axle underneath this trailer. Cimarron always makes sure that they have the right specs for each trailer. If you've ever pulled a Cimarron trailer, they are so well balanced. They use engineers to decide axle placement. So it's going to be one of the best pulling trailers you'll probably ever own. You've got a window in the rear door here. That's another nice little option for ventilation for your horses. And then this is a 610 wide trailer, so we did 60-40 door split. If you've got really well-trained horses that jump in and out of your trailers really easily, it's really nice to be able to just pop that one door open, load them in and out. You don't have to worry about wrestling with 2 doors. And I've got holdbacks on every single door on this trailer, so if you are in a windy location like it is today, they're going to stay nice and flat. You're not going to have to worry about them slamming back on you as you try and load horses. But it is nice to just have one door open every now and again. We've got a big butt strap that runs all the way across here. That way if you do open your door, you don't have a horse just flying back out at you. And then the divider setup on this one. We've got 1 partial and 1 stud divider. We went ahead and padded these ones from the factory, but if you find a trailer you like here on our lot that's an inventory that we didn't do padding on, our shop installs padding all the time, and we usually try and keep some of these stall pads in stock. So that's always an option you can do. People love these 3 horses with these stud dividers because even if you're just hauling 2 horses, that whole front stall can be used for additional storage. And you've got the escape door up there, so it's really easy to access. You don't have to unload a horse just to get to a cooler or some buckets and feed. I really love the operation of these dividers on these Cimarron trailers. You'll notice this is not metal, so anywhere they've got the ability to have metal on metal contact, they're usually going to buffer it with some sort of high-grade plastic. Everything is meant to be kind of one-handed operation on these trailers, and that's because you're usually leading a horse with the other one. So you've got spring-loaded dividers. You saw that those paddle latches are really easy to operate. Really like how Cimarron sets everything up. And then for your stall sizes on these ones, the first stall is going to be 39 inches wide as well as the second, but then this last stall we make it a little bit bigger. It's 46 inches wide, and that's because we want to, number one, give it enough room so that this divider will lay back nice and flat in the event that you ever need to run with it open. And number 2, that last horse needs just a little bit more room to maneuver to get in and out, so it's just a nice little safety feature for them. You'll notice that we've got more of those OptiBrite lights in this stall area, so they're going to be nice and comfortable loading in this trailer at night. It's going to be nice and bright for them. The stall area itself is lined and insulated, so behind these white aluminum sheets and matting, it's going to be insulation, which is going to keep them nice and cool. And then the roof itself is a FiberTech roof. So it's got a honeycomb core, and it actually has an R3 thermal value. So you're going to have an insulated roof as well, which is really, really cool for those horses. Roof vents for each stall come standard on this model. as we work our way around here. Because we had those drop-down windows on the hip side, you didn't really get to see as much of our extrusion. But on these Norstar models, we run these extrusions all the way down in the horse area, and they're actually triple hollow slats, and they're interlocking. So all the welding is done on the inside of the trailer, so you get a nice, clean, sleek appearance. But these triple hollow slats actually add quite a bit of structure to the side of your trailer. I always like people to go and kind of put their hands on the Cimarron trailers. Notice that you don't have any sharp edges. Everything has a radius to it, and just kind of feel the structure of everything. People are always very impressed with how well these Cimarron trailers are built. On the head side, you have big drop-down windows as well, but we always do jail bars because these are huge drop-down windows. You don't want a horse trying to jump out of one. If you do have to throw some feed or maybe clip a lead line on, you've got the ability to drop these big jail bars down. You'll notice these are all one piece. We don't have to worry about a string mechanism breaking to have to release these. I just love how these are crafted. And then I mentioned they're going to do a buffer anywhere you have the ability to have metal on metal, and you can see right there is a really great example. So that's going to keep it a lot quieter. It's going to minimize the rattle that you get on these trailers as you drive. This escape door still has a drop-down window. It's a little bit smaller to allow for the framing that we need on these trailers, but it's really nice. This drop-down's probably the same size as most other competitors. Got a chest bar on this escape door so that if you do have a horse in the stall and you open this escape door, they're not just going to come jumping right out at you. And then something that Cimarron does that I'm a huge fan of, I have a Cimarron trailer and I do mine a couple times a year, are these grease-zert hinges. So everybody knows that hinges are one of the doors that seize up, are one of the worst problems on trailers. So having hinges that you can actually maintain, get yourself a grease gun with some lithium-ion grease and go ahead and add some grease to these a couple times a year, and your doors are going to work so well on your Cimarron trailers. If you maintain them, there's no telling how long they can last. So really great option that they do on all of their Cimarrons. If you guys have any questions on this trailer in particular, you can check out the stock number. It is 5N230051. It is a 2023 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. If you guys have any questions on any of the trailers that we have on our lot, what we have on order, or this trailer in particular, go ahead and give me a call. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. I love selling these Cimarron trailers. We always have great options for used, or if you're looking for something that we don't have, I can always keep my eye out for you. That number is one that you can text as well. So if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for taking this tour with us today. I hope everybody has a really great Friday.